Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to do a quick unboxing of the brand new HTC One M9. Now, shout out to everybody who watched my videos. You already know the HTC One M8 was one of my favorite phones of the year, in the top 3. The M7 was definitely a classic. So now we're going to see if the M9 can keep HTC's winning streak alive. Real quick before we pop it open, let's talk about the price. Now, if you buy this off contract from Sprint, it's going to run you $650 plus tax, so you're looking at around $700. Now, is that worth paying the money for the upgrade if you already have an M8? Well, that's the whole point of these videos. We're going to find out. All right, so let's get right into this. First up, presentation. Now, everybody knows I like a nice box, and HTC never disappoints. Simple, clean, classy, minimalist design. This one actually has the ridges on the top. Nice presentation. I'm definitely feeling this. Now, if you ever seen any of my videos, you know I hate talking about specs. But since this is an unboxing video, let's talk about some of the main specs that you need to know and where else better to find them at than the back of the box. All right, so let's hit the back of the box for the specs. First up, the platform is running Android 5.0 Lollipop with HTC Sense 7. Now, that's the newest version of HTC Sense. And Sense has always been one of my favorite Android skins. As far as the CPU, we got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 octa-core 64-bit. All right, so that's 2 quad-core processors, one clocked at 1.5 gigahertz, and the other one clocked at 2 gigahertz. So what does that mean? Just Google it. All right, now as far as memory, this is the 32 gig version right here with 3 gigs of RAM. So this is HTC's first phone with 3 gigs of RAM on board. All right, 3 gigs of RAM. Now as far as the display, you got a 5.0 inch display, full 1080p. Okay, that's 1080 by 1920 on the pixels, 441 on the PPI pixel density. Again, what does that mean? Just Google it. As far as sound, you got HTC Boom Sound with Dolby Audio. Now, if you ever had one of these HTC phones, you know that's one of the best parts of the phone is the boom sound. Okay, so that we're definitely looking forward to hearing how that sounds. As far as the camera now, this is an upgraded version. This is one of the upgrades. Now, instead of the 4 ultra pixel camera on the back, you got a 20 megapixel camera on the back with autofocus, the BSI sensor, blah, 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 4K video recording. We're going to get through all of this in the real review because, like I said, I don't like talking about specs because they don't really mean nothing on paper if it doesn't translate to day-to-day use in real life. All right, so I'm just reading them off the back of the box just to throw them out there. As far as connectivity, whatever, you already know what that is. So let's pop this open and see what it looks like. Now, guess who's back from vacation? Shout out to the little unboxing knife. Fresh off a trip. All right, so let's pop this open and see what it looks like. Now, fellas, I purposely didn't watch any videos, maybe 1 or 2, but I haven't watched too many review videos because I wanted to have a genuine reaction on this. This is going to be my first time seeing this. I've never seen it in the store or nothing. So let's get the genuine reaction. Okay. Inside, you get the phone. Okay, let's take this little plastic off. Now, I read the comments on all of the videos. Somebody said that taking this plastic part off a brand new phone is better than sex. And fellas, I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with that. Even though I like taking the plastic off, let's see. As far as better than sex, I don't know about that. Okay, first time holding the phone in my hand, first time actually seeing it. And to be honest with you, it kind of feels exactly like holding the M8. But right out the gate, you feel the sharpness of the edges. Okay, so when you're holding the M8 in your hand, it's smooth all the way around. The M9, you can feel the edges. All right, so this has the chamfered edges, so it's going to be a little bit sharper. But whatever, we'll get into that in a second. Let's see what else you get inside the box. Okay, fellas, ladies, say it with me. The usual books and shit. All right, no reason to read that. Follow all that stuff to the side. What's this? HTC sticker? Okay, nice little HTC sticker for all of y'all Samsung Knights out there. I'm going to troll one of y'all and stick this on the back of your car. See what it is. Now, one thing about this phone, no fast charging. Now, is that a big deal? Not the biggest in the world, but after you get used to using the Nexus 6, you get used to using the Note 4, you like that fast charge, we're going to see if that really makes a big difference with it not being on this phone. Now, it wasn't on the M8 either, so it is what it is. I like the HTC M9 charger, just like the M8, the glossy with the matte finish to it. This is nice. So if you have your charger on the desktop setup, this is something nice to look at as opposed to just a plain black brick. This is going to be your micro USB charging cable. All right. And of course, shout out to HTC for the free headphones. And not only the free headphones, but the black and red themed. They kind of make it look like Beats Audio a little bit. But nice black and red themed headphones with the remote control and the answer and phone calls button. All right, so I'm definitely feeling the free headphones on deck. And you get some different earbuds because everybody knows everybody got different size ears. All right, so that's all you get inside. Don't forget your nano SIM ejection tool. All right, you're going to need that to put your micro SD card in there. All right, so we'll throw all that stuff to the side. So that's what you get inside the box. Nice presentation. Hit me up in the comments. Who should I stick this on? Now let's take a look at the actual phone. Now this phone is supposed to be lighter than the M8. But like I said, as far as getting into grams and ounces and all of that, they pretty much feel the same. Now I'm pretty sure the M9 is actually, if you put them both on the scale, it's actually lighter, but they pretty much feel the same. You're not going to hold this one and be like, wow, this one is way lighter. Nah, you're not going to do that. They feel exactly the same. Okay, pretty much feel the same. Nice weight to it though. Let's take a look around the phone. Let's see if we got some power on this. Now, one thing I realized, the power button is gone from the top. All right, so I'll do a little comparison real quick. Let's take a look around the phone real fast though. On the back, you got your 20 megapixel camera. Now they got rid of that full ultra pixel stuff, and now you got 20 megapixels. And everybody knows HTC is not the best when it comes to cameras. So we're gonna see. That's why all this spec stuff, all these numbers, and that doesn't mean nothing because they can say whatever they want, but when you take a picture, if it doesn't look good, it doesn't matter if this is a 100 megapixel camera, it's still gonna be whack. All right, so you got your 20.7 megapixel camera in the back with your two-tone LED flash. All right, so they got rid of those dual cameras. Remember on the M8, you had the dual cameras. So they got rid of the dual cameras. You see you got your microphone right there, tucked in the middle of your antenna. All right, so that's the antenna going across the top and the back. On one side, this is going to be your micro SD card slot. You're going to have to use that tool to slap it in there. Now you got two buttons. Okay, now let me show you what I mean. Now here's the M8. Here's the M8 right here. Let me turn this down a little bit. You see the M8, your volume rocker was just one button. Now you have individual buttons. Okay, and now they moved the power button to the side. Personally, I like the power button on the top. But whatever, we have to get used to this on the side again. The only reason I don't like it on the side is a lot of times you're going to end up pressing the power button when you meant to press volume down and, you know, reverse that. So you have to get used to playing with these, even though the power button does have a different texture to it. So after a while, your finger will get to know the difference. When you feel the one with the ridges, you'll know that's power, and the two smooth ones, those are volume up and down. On the bottom, you got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. You got your micro USB charging port. On the other side, this is your nano SIM card. You drop it right in there. Now this is also different. If you look on the side, instead of micro SIM, now you got nano SIM. So the spot is a little bit smaller now. Okay. On the top, no power button, but you have your IR blaster. Okay, so that's the only plastic part of this is the IR blaster cover. Other than that, if you notice, no more plastic on this phone. This is all metal now. Now I went with the gold color, even though if you notice, back is still silver, but now you have gold trim. All right, so you got the gold trim around the top, gold around the sides. All right, all gold everything. All right, so this is cool. I thought it was actually going to be gold all the way, but I can work with this. I can definitely work with this. So we're going to set this up and play with it for a little bit, and we'll get back. But in the meantime, let's look at the front. Here goes your HTC Boom Sound speakers, which is really, in my opinion, the selling point of this phone is the speakers on the front and loud speakers on the front. The HTC One M8 was my loudest phone that I had until I got the Nexus 6. Now I'm going to keep it 100% real with y'all.
Audio feedback to help blind.
All right. I'm going to keep it 100% real with y'all. The Nexus 6 to me is louder than the M8. So now I'm going to see if this is actually the loudest phone I got now. Otherwise, it'll still be the Nexus 6. All right, so now on the front, this is what they did. They took the ultra pixel camera from the back and they put it on the front now. All right, so now you got your full ultra pixel camera in the front. You got your ambient light sensor. You got your speaker grill. There's also a LED inside of that speaker grill. All right, so you do have LED notifications. On the bottom, you got your microphone is behind that speaker grill. Okay, so this is cool. So now the whole point of ultra pixel cameras was supposed to do better in, supposed to give you better pictures in low light situations. And we all know how that worked out on the M8. It was a total fail. All right, so now on the front facing camera, we'll see, you don't really take too many selfies at night in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So this might be a good selfie camera on the front. We're going to have to put it to the test. Other than that, that's pretty much it. All right, now, matter of fact, let me pause the video real quick and set it up, and let's see how the user interface looks. So I'm gonna pause the video, put my information in, be right back. Okay, so I just put some of my information in, and now let's take a look at the phone. Now the M9 has one of my favorite features from the M8, which is the tap to awake. Definitely feeling that feature, comes in handy. Now I haven't put too much stuff in, so we're not gonna really play with everything, but just from using the phone for a few minutes, it feels exactly like the M8. All right, nice and smooth, no lag, everything opens and closes very quickly. And for all of y'all cats that had a Samsung phone and this is your first HTC phone, one of the first things that's gonna hit you is the keyboard. All right, you're gonna love typing on this keyboard. No mistakes, very responsive. Okay, so now I'll get into all of the features when we do the real review. You still got your blink feed. I really don't see the difference between HTC Sense 7 just yet. I gotta start playing with it a little bit more, but it feels the same. Very smooth, and that's one of the main things that I love about the HTC M8, and that I think I'm gonna love about this one, is the no lag factor, and just everything is smooth and everything works. All right, minus the camera. That was my main drawback with the M8, was the camera. When something's going down outside and you need to get some good pictures, I always pulled out my HTC One M8 last. All right, that was the last phone I want to take pictures with. So let's see if this 20 megapixel camera makes a difference. Now, before we get out of here, let's do a little size comparison with some of the other phones that's on the market real quick, just so you get an idea. Now, if you have an M8, it's going to pretty much be the same size phone. Now, personally, I think HTC should have made it exactly the same dimensions, so this way you could still use the same cases. Let me grab an HTC One M8 case just for fun, and let's see if it'll fit. Only thing is, it'll fit, but you got to remember, power button on the top. All right, I just caught that while I was about to put this on. Power button on the top. So now you're going to have to go out and get all new cases. If this is going to be an upgrade from the HTC One M8 to the M9, you're going to have to get all new cases. So that's one thing I do like about Apple. When they came out with the 5 and then the 5S, exact same dimensions, so this way you can still get to use all your accessories. Anyway, let's do a little size comparison and then we'll get out of here. All right, so we got the M8 and the M9, which is pretty much the same size. Okay, pretty much the same. Battery life, let's talk about that really quick. Like I said, we'll do the real review. We'll get into everything real heavy, but now you got an upgraded battery. All right, the M8 was 2600 milliamps. This one is 2840. So a little bit bigger battery with a little bit of lighter design. That's an upgrade right there. All right, that's an upgrade. Better processor, that's an upgrade. Better camera, that's an upgrade. So if you're wondering, should you upgrade or not, wait till the real review before I give you a complete answer. But if you're one of those cats that just like to have the latest and greatest tech, then one upgrade is enough to say upgrade. And I already named 3, so that's automatic upgrade status right there. Let's see what else we got. Let's pull out an iPhone 6. All right, and see if we'll look at the size comparison. Okay, so the M8, the M9 is bigger than your iPhone 6, but your iPhone 6 is a lot thinner. Okay, well, not a lot thinner, but you could definitely feel the thinnerness. You can feel the thinnerness with the iPhone 6. All right, but a smaller phone. Now, if you got an iPhone 6 Plus, you already know that this is a big giant phone. Let me drop my code in real quick. iPhone 6 Plus, a lot bigger. Okay, but on your M9, you got speakers on the front. So that's kind of, if you're playing music and all that stuff, you into doing a lot of social media, watching videos and all that, social stuff, then the speakers on the front is going to be a major plus for you. Now, iPhone speaker on the bottom is pretty good, but it can't even come close with the M7 speakers. So you already know the M9 should have better speakers. We'll do a full test though. What else we got? Now, for all y'all cats, if you got an LG G3, okay, the G3 is a little bit bigger. Okay, the M9 feels a little bit thinner and lighter. All right, but if you got a G3 and you're waiting for that G4, that LG Note, hold off then. All right, hold off. We're gonna get into that too. What else we got here? All right, Galaxy Note Edge. Now this is probably my favorite phone out right now. Galaxy Note Edge. The Note Edge is bigger. Feels about the same with the weight. But you already know, Note Edge, this is a whole different beast right here. A whole different beast of a phone. Now, I will be doing the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge as soon as I get them in the mail. So, we'll have to do that comparison later. Now, got a Galaxy Note 4 right here. Okay, same thing. Note 4 is a lot bigger. Little bit thicker too, but mainly bigger. All right, so if you're getting big phones, if you want big phones, then they're gonna be bigger. But that's what you're looking for. Now, probably my favorite phone right now that I actually use the most, my Nexus 6. Now, the Note series is my favorite phone because of the S Pen and all that. But my all-around favorite phone is my Nexus 6. This is the loudest phone that I got right now. Let's see. Now, this one has the round back, so you can't really see which one is thinner. But like I said, I'd like to go by just feeling. Just feeling them in your hand. They both seem pretty light. They both seem pretty thin and pretty light. But the Nexus 6 got the speakers in the front too. Okay, so that's one equal right there. And not to mention, I'm into bigger phones. All right, so the HTC One M9 could never be my favorite phone because I like big screen phones. And this is pretty much the biggest phone I got right now, the Nexus 6. This is my heavy hitter all-around phone. But this video is about the M9. I digress. Let's get back to the M9. When I do the real review, we'll talk about the camera. Matter of fact, next week or sometime during this weekend, shout out to everybody celebrating Easter, I'll do a camera test. And then I got a whole bunch of cases that I ordered. So we'll do the cases, we'll do the camera test. I'm going to use this phone into the ground. All right, I'm going to beat the hell out of this phone. And I'm going to give y'all my real 100% unbiased review like y'all come to expect from me. We're not going to pull no punches just because I like HTC. I'm not going to, show any favoritism. I'm going to find out everything I don't like about this phone and everything that I do like. But just after using it for a few minutes, I can tell you I'm feeling the keyboard. I love the weight of it. Only thing I don't like right off the top, though, is just a little bit small. After you get used to using the Note and the Nexus, it just feels a little bit small, but it makes up for it in zippiness, all right, in snappiness. Y'all know all the standard review words, zippiness, snappiness. This phone is just fast, all right, butter smooth, all right, nice and silky. That's one thing that I've always come to like about HTC phones is no lag, and they just run smooth. Now, we're going to have to see how this battery life lasts. We're going to have to test that out. Now, the M8 battery is pretty good. This one is actually bigger, so we'll see, even though it has a stronger processor. So we'll see how that converts into battery use. And we really got to test the camera. Now, if this camera can survive the camera test, then this might be a heavy hitter. Otherwise, it'll still be just a great backup phone. All right, so hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know if there's anything y'all want me to cover specifically in the real review. Any questions, anything that I missed on this video, hit me up. I'll read through all of the comments. All right. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the Amazon Warrior on Sundays. Y'all already know, Stream Gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. This Sunday night, we going live. It's going down. It's going crazy. Y'all know, if y'all watch my What's Next video, you know what I'm talking about. This Sunday night. No meat zone back in effect. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss. I'm out. Deuces. Oh yeah, before I get out, real quick, one more thing too. Now, if you're gonna get the gold version, really, it don't matter what color you get. I thought it was going to be more gold than this, but once you drop a case on it, you don't even really get to see any of the gold. All right, so keep that in mind if you if you're looking to get a gold HTC One M9 and you're going to be using a case. Keep in mind that only the sides is gold, and your case is going to cover it up. All right, we'll talk about that when we do some of the case videos. It's your boy Floss. I'm out. Deuces.